Chapter 5, Rescue. I froze. I stopped breathing. I didn't even have to pee anymore. Could he hear it? My heart hammering in my chest? Slowly, I settled back down on the floor, and I really did try to figure out where we were going. But my head was a mess. I couldn't think. Then I started thinking about the time I fell into a grave and someone threw a dead body in on top of me. And just like that time, I wasn't having any fun. I mean, this kind of stuff is great at the movies or when it happens to someone else, but when it's you in there with the crazy people, you won't be laughing. I checked my watch. It was just after 3 o'clock. We drove for about 2 hours. He kept singing, and every now and then he laughed out loud. Yes, this one's really sane, I thought. My brain cleared a bit. I could tell we were away from the main roads. I couldn't hear any traffic. Then, 'cause I started to roll, I knew we were going up a hill. Then my brain really cleared. We were in the mountains, 2 hours exactly. We must be near the ski hills my dad takes me to. But just after I figured this out, the road got all rutted, and I bounced up and down, up and down. I grabbed the blanket and covered my mouth to keep from crying out. Man, that was one smelly dog. Then we stopped. He opened his door and got out. I could hear his boots crunching over the snow. I sat up and peered through the window. We were in front of a cabin. We were in the middle of the forest. The man walked over to the wooden door and reached up to the top of the door frame. He grabbed something and bent down to the door. The door swung open and light poured out. As soon as he went inside, I jumped out of the van. I ran to the side of the cabin, away from the window, and when I calmed down, I snuck over to look inside. Carla was in the middle of the floor, tied to a chair. I pulled my head back fast. Think, I said to myself. What do I do? Well, I knew what I had to do first. Pee. So I ran off into the woods to do my business. But this part is embarrassing. Still, I have to tell you what I did. Why go in the bushes, I thought. Why not write my name in the snow? I've always wanted to try it. I thought I had enough pee to write my whole name, if I'd wanted to, but I stuck with just Sam. Only for fun, I wrote it in bat code, MYS. I was just getting back to my window when I heard the door open. I crouched low and waited. The man got back in his car, turned, and drove away. I ran over to the door. It was locked, but I reached up and my finger touched the key. It was one of those big and heavy iron keys. I guess that's why he didn't keep it in his pocket. I turned the key and pushed the door. And when Carla saw me, did she say, "Sam, my hero"? No, she did not. She screamed, "Sam, are you behind this? Get away from me." Scream, scream, scream. I ran over and put my hand over her mouth. Shh, I hissed. I don't know where the guy went. We've got to get out of here. Carla stopped screaming. Why are you here, Sam? How did you get here? So I told her everything. And then she told me everything. I thought I knew him. I thought he was my mom's friend. And I just wanted to get away from you, so I got into his car. How dumb is that? She asked. Real dumb, I agreed. Carla gave me a dirty look, but I was so scared I didn't do anything. He made me get down on the floor, and we drove and drove until we got here. Then he tied me to this chair. Did he hurt you? I asked. No, nothing. He's pretty nice, but he's kind of weird. He keeps coming and going and telling me I'm not doing it right. I asked him what he means, but he says he can't tell me. That would ruin the whole thing. What whole thing? I asked. Carla shrugged. I don't know. He just says maybe he picked the wrong kid. Doesn't make sense, I said, but who cares? Let's just get out of here. I started to untie the knots around Carla. I was down on the floor behind the chair, so I couldn't see the door. Carla screamed, and I looked up. The door was open. The kidnapper was back.